Hello, guys. In today's lesson, we are going to study the past continuous. Okay, our lesson 9 is a very simple lesson, but it is very methodical. So let's pay attention to the material. Okay, so here we go. Our lesson 9, past continuous. Here we go. So, guys, the past continuous, okay? We use the past continuous in the following situations. So, here, first, the structure of your sentence, okay? It's very important to understand. In past continuous, we always have two verbs in the sentence of past continuous. One, obligatory the verb to be in the past, was or were. And the principal verb, the action verb, the action of your sentence in ing form, in the gerund. Okay? So basically, we don't use auxiliary verb, no do, no does, no did, only the verb to be in the past and the action verb in ing. So our structure is the subject, was or were, depending on the subject. If it's singular, was. If it's plural, were. And the verb in ing, complete the structure, and the complement of your sentence. Okay? In negative structure, equal situation, obligatory, verb to be, and verb in ing, but is negative. So we have the addition of not to indicate your sentence is in negative form. Okay? And in interrogative, every time we have verb to be, we use the verb to be in front of the subject to create, to make the structure of your sentence. So you start your sentence with the verb to be, repeat the subject, the verb again in ing form, and you continue the complement. Okay? So this is about the structure. All right, guys? In the usage, in what situations we use a sentence in past continuous? So to describe parallel actions, two actions happening, okay, at the same time. So they are parallel. They are occurring in parallel, in the same moment of time, okay? Or to describe someone doing something, okay, in a certain point, like the example here, I was working in the garden all day yesterday. So I am indicating that in my day yesterday, I spent long time working in the garden. Okay, so I was working in the garden. All right. Or to express interrupted action in the past. So I was driving to work, and it was my example in the picture here. I was driving to work when I crashed my car. Here we have a particular situation. I'm going to speak a little more about this, but basically, you have two actions succeeding, happening. Okay, so first action, I was driving my car. 10 minutes, 15 minutes, not important. During this action of driving my car, I crashed my car. So I am talking about an action in the past. So that is the reason we use past simple to complete. Okay? Or to describe repetition or irritation when you are irritated with a situation. So He was always complaining in class. Imagine a colleague in your class. Every time, oh, I don't like the class. Oh, I don't like English. Oh, blah, blah, blah. All of us will say, oh, Jesus Christ. He was always complaining in class. Okay? So it's a repetitive action in the past and in some situations, irritating, annoying to you. Okay, people? Continuing the explanation here, again, the structure I explained to you. What is important here to identify? The verb to be in the past, was or were, again, depending on the subject. In singular, was, in plural, were. Okay? And your action verb, your principal verb in ing form, in the gerund form. Okay? This is your structure in affirmative. In negative, again, you maintain the verb to be in the past, was and were, and in addition, you use not, obvious, your sentence is negative, and you maintain your verb in ing form, in the gerund. No transformation of the verb, no return to infinitive form, no. When you have verb to be and a verb in ing, you maintain the structure, okay? And in interrogative, you start your sentence with the verb to be in the past using was or were. You put the subject and again, your verb, your action of the sentence in ing. And note here, guys, it is obligatory the presence of the two verbs, the verb to be and the verb in ing form. Sometimes people forget to use the verb to be. So use, for example, I studying my English lesson. This sentence is impossible. This sentence doesn't exist. It is obligatory to have the verb to be on your sentence and obvious in the past, and the action, studying, dancing, playing, drinking, sleeping, working, in ing form. So always together with the verb to be and the verb in ing. I was dancing, she was playing, we were studying, they were dancing. Every time, obligatory on your sentence, the verb to be in the past and your verb in ing. Okay? Continuing here, we have another example for you. Okay? Another sentence, I was going to school. All right, so your subject is I, so you were going to use the correspondent verb to be, singular. So I was. Your verb of action is the verb to go, so I was going. And the object, the complement of your sentence, I was going to school. Okay? In the negative of this sentence, I was not going to school. So you simply use not after your verb to be. Okay? And to perform your interrogative, you only invert the position of your verb to be. So you start your sentence with the verb to be. And in this example here, was I going to school? So you maintain your verb in ing, you maintain the complement, you maintain the subject, only invert the position of your verb to be. Okay? Continuing here, very important this part. Okay? It's possible and very common, actually, to have two sentences connected, two sentences occurring in the same moment of action. It's like a justification, okay, of your action. And in this case, the second sentence, the addition sentence, comes in past simple or simple past, the way you prefer the name. Okay, so here I have the example. Here we are going to do together. Just understand here. Imagine, for example, this sentence, okay? I was sleeping or I slept when the phone rang. So check, guys, we have two actions. One action is the telephone ring. The other action is me sleeping. Okay, so I have to connect these two sentences. What is necessary to think? What is the longer sentence? Okay, the telephone ring or the duration of your sleep. So, obvious, the duration of your sleep is the longer duration, is the longer action. So, here is the long duration action. For example, I start to sleep here and I finish to sleep here. Let's say 1 hour. Okay? And now is here in the moment I am talking. So the action was sleeping is in the past. I am telling the story now for you. Oh, yesterday I was sleeping. So this is the long duration when the phone rang. Okay, so when the phone rang, imagine the phone ring in 5 minutes. Okay, so the action of sleep is 1 hour. The phone ring is a punctual action. So this action, the phone ring, is shorter duration. In this case, guys, always the longer duration sentence is in past continuous. So the correct answer here is I was sleeping when the phone rang. And the idea is exactly this. Was sleeping is this duration. My example, 1 hour sleeping, okay? In the moment of this sleep, in the moment during this moment I was sleeping, another action occurred. What action occurred? The phone rang. Okay, so in the moment, in the duration I was sleeping, another action occurred. The phone rang. So this is the long duration, my sleep, okay, when I was sleeping. And a punctual action occurred. The phone rang. And check, guys, the two actions are in the past. Okay, so I was sleeping because it's longer duration, past continuous, when the phone rang. So the action is also in the past, but is punctual. Now, that is the moment I am speaking, the action is not occurring anymore. This action is finished. Okay, the other example here, we to Spain twice last year. So first, we are talking about last year, past, okay? So the last year, the action is finished, okay? This is the typical sentence of simple past. Is one action, punctual actions that started and finished in the past. So I put here in the example. Twice last year, you remember twice, 2 times in 2 opportunities, okay? So We went, the past of the verb to go. We went to Spain twice last year. So again, guys, here is the moment I am telling you this story. Oh, my friend, last year, 2024, I went to Spain twice. So I went to Spain, returned, then I went to Spain again, returned, and now 2025, I am telling you this story. So this sentence is started and finished in the past, is punctual, only simple past. When we are relationating to another action indicating duration, in this case, we use a sentence in past continuous. Okay? Very important to identify these cases. Continuing the explanation here. Now, attention here. This is the important part. We have two possibilities. Okay? So, two sentences with different durations, like my example. One, always long or longer duration, okay? And the other, short or shorter duration or punctual action. In this case, guys, two actions with two different durations obligatory to have the longer sentence in past continuous and the shorter sentence in past simple. Okay? For example, I was sleeping when the phone rang. So imagine here the duration of your sleep. I was sleeping, and a punctual action during your sleep, the phone rang. And a curiosity here, guys, is it's possible to invert the order of your sentence. No difference. So in this sentence, you can simply say, right here for you. The phone rang. I just repeat the sentence. The phone rang when I was sleeping. The signification of your sentence is exactly the same. So the order of the sentences is not important. Or you use I was sleeping when the phone rang. Okay, one sentence, and this sentence here. In past continuous, verb to be was. The verb of action, sleep, in ing. I was sleeping. This is the longer action. When the phone rang is a punctual action, shorter duration, also in the past. This sentence in past simple or simple past. And you invert the order, but the logic is equal. Okay, so here, the phone rang, all right, is the punctual action. The phone rang when I was sleeping. So the long continued to be I was sleeping. The punctual continued to be the phone rang. I only inverted the position. This is one situation, one possible situation to complete with past continuous. Okay? In this case, guys, and this is very important, the connector. What is a connector? A word we use to connect the two sentences, to make the two sentences make sense. Okay? Obligatory when. Okay, so when you have a sentence in past continuous, the other one in past continuous, the other one in past simple, the connector is when. Not important, the order. The connector is when. Okay? And here, the second possible situation of past continuous is you have two sentences, and these two sentences have equal or similar durations. Okay? So, for example, let's imagine this picture I put here. Okay? People are eating. Okay? And in the same moment, with the same duration they are eating, the man is reading a book. Okay? I am reporting, I am telling a sentence about the past. So I need to use past continuous. So in this case, okay, the two sentences have equal or similar close durations. They are the two sentences long, okay? Imagine eating something, okay? Takes 15 minutes. During this 15 minutes, the man is reading a book or reading an interview or studying for a test. So 15 minutes, 14 minutes, 16 minutes, not important. But the durations are similar and they are almost with the same duration, the same long. In this case, we need to use the connector while to indicate duration, and my two sentences are in past continuous. So, for example, they were eating 15 minutes, eating something, having a juice or a Coke. They were eating. In the same duration of this action of eating, he, the man, was reading a book. So the two actions happening at the same time. So the man was eating and reading a book or an interview or studying. Okay, so obligatory to use the connector while here. And they were eating while my connector here, the continuation, the other action. He was reading the book. Okay? And again, people, the order makes no difference. So your sentence is perfect. Change it the position. He was reading the book while they were eating. Not a problem. Also possible. No different in the understanding of your sentence. Very simple. You decide the position you are going to use. Only necessary item to remember is to use while as the connector in the two sentences with similar or equal duration, and to use when you have different duration sentences, one smaller or shorter and the other one longer or bigger. Okay, this is the secret of past continuous. All right, continuing here. This is a very valid and important information. The verb to be, guys, and I already spoke about this. The verb to be always agrees with the subject. So if you have your subject in singular, obligatory to use your verb to be was. If your subject is plural, obligatory to use were on your sentence. Okay, so here in this case, The children. Children is singular or plural, guys? Be careful. Children is the plural of child. Don't forget, not all the plurals in English goes with the letter S. So the singular is the child. So if your sentence is the child, okay, you can complete the child was playing outside. Outside in the outer part of the house. In this case, we are talking about the children. The children is plural. So the children were playing outside. So this is the correct alternative here because the children is plural. Okay? Some people confuse this. In tests, they have problems because of attention. So it is important to remember your verb to be agrees with your subject. If it's singular, was. If it's plural, were. Okay, guys. So I hope you have enjoyed this lesson. Okay. Continue studying. Don't forget to leave your comment, put your name on the comments, okay? Like, subscribe on the channel, and ask me doubts if you have any more problems related to past continuous. Okay, guys? So see you later. You have a wonderful night. Peace.